Welcome, everyone. My name is April, and today we're exploring the ethical impact of the Tuskegee study. This pivotal historical event has profoundly influenced ethical standards in healthcare and research practices. We'll explore how the study's revelations have shaped societal perceptions, impacted healthcare professions, and contributed crucial lessons in research ethics. By examining these aspects, we aim to understand the enduring legacy of the Tuskegee study and its implications for promoting ethical integrity and respect for participant rights in research. At the turn of the 20th century, syphilis was a widespread and pressing public health concern. Its high prevalence meant that many people were affected by the disease, which posed serious health risks if left untreated. Treatment options at that time were limited and often dangerous, as penicillin, the effective treatment we know today, had not yet been discovered. This situation spurred significant scientific interest as researchers aimed to better understand the natural history of syphilis to improve treatment and outcomes for those affected. In addition to these health concerns, the study was influenced by pervasive racial attitudes, racist beliefs and assumptions about African Americans' vulnerability to diseases, and the perceived lower value of their lives were common. African Americans were specifically chosen for the study because of these prejudiced views and because they were seen as a convenient control group for observation. The participants, predominantly poor sharecroppers, were vulnerable and less likely to question medical authorities due to their socioeconomic status. Healthcare disparities also played a significant role, as the African American communities had limited access to healthcare, making them more likely to participate in a study that promised medical care. Scientific racism, or the belief in inherent biological differences between races, was used to justify unethical research practices. The Tuskegee study, officially known as the Tuskegee study of untreated syphilis in the Negro male, took place in Macon County, Alabama. The study involved 600 African American men, of whom 399 had syphilis and 201 served as controls without the disease. A crucial aspect of the study was the deception involved. Participants were not informed of the study's true purpose. Initially projected to last only a few months, the study continued for astonishing 40 years. Even after penicillin became the standard treatment for syphilis, participants were deliberately denied access to this life-saving medication. As a result, many participants suffered severe health complications, and it is estimated that more than 100 men died due to the lack of treatment. The Tuskegee study illustrates severe ethical misconduct in medical research, particularly regarding informed consent. Participants were misled about the study's true nature and denied adequate information to make informed decisions about their involvement. Instead of being informed about their syphilis diagnosis, they were deceived into believing they were receiving treatment for bad blood, a misleading local term. This deception violated participants' autonomy, denying them the right to make informed healthcare choices, and treating them with disrespect. Furthermore, the study breached the principle of non-malfeasance by withholding effective treatment with penicillin, leading to severe health complications and preventable deaths. The study also exploited vulnerable African American men, exploiting their socio-economic status and perpetuating systemic inequalities. The Tuskegee study also raised significant legal and privacy concerns. One major issue was the violation of participants' privacy. Their health information was used and shared without their consent, breaching their confidentiality and trust. This unauthorized use of personal health data was a fundamental infringement on their privacy rights. The ethical breaches of the study did not go unnoticed and eventually led to substantial legal ramifications. Survivors and families of the participants filed lawsuits against those responsible for the study. These legal actions brought to light the severe ethical violations and resulted in settlements and public apologies. Additionally, these lawsuits catalyzed significant legal reforms aimed at protecting the rights of research participants. The Tuskegee study underscored the urgent need for robust regulatory frameworks to ensure the protection of research participants' privacy and confidentiality. In response, new regulations and guidelines were developed to safeguard individuals and medical research, ensuring that their health information is handled with the utmost care and respect. These regulatory developments have had a lasting impact, shaping the ethical standards and legal requirements that govern research practices today. The enduring societal impacts of the Tuskegee study was a dark chapter in medical history that profoundly influenced healthcare and community relations. Central to these impacts is the deepening of mistrust among African Americans toward the medical community. The study's unethical conduct, where participants were deceived and denied proper treatment for syphilis, fueled long-standing suspicions and reluctance to engage with healthcare providers. Moreover, the study starkly highlighted and exacerbated existing racial disparities in healthcare, exposing systemic inequalities and unequal treatment within the healthcare system. As a consequence, the Tuskegee study underscored the critical importance of cultural competency in healthcare. It emphasized the need for healthcare providers to demonstrate cultural awareness and sensitivity, understanding the historical and cultural context of the communities they serve to rebuild trust and improve health outcomes. These profound impacts continue to resonate, shaping ethical standards in medical research and advocating for equitable healthcare practices that prioritize respect, transparency, and patient well-being. Slide 7 underscores the profound impact of the Tuskegee study on healthcare professions, particularly in shaping ethical standards and research practices. The study prompted the development of pivotal documents such as the Belmont Report, which established foundational principles like respect for individuals, beneficence, and justice. Of critical importance is the principle of informed consent, strengthened in response to the study's ethical violations where participants were misled about the nature of the research and denied treatment. Informed consent now stands as a cornerstone of ethical research, ensuring participants have comprehensive understanding of the study's objectives, risks, and their rights to participate voluntarily or withdraw at any time without repercussions. This ethical evolution has also led to enhanced regulations and oversight, empowering institutional review boards to rigorously evaluate research protocols to safeguard participants' rights and welfare. These developments reflect a commitment within healthcare professions to uphold integrity, transparency, and respect for human dignity in research practices, ensuring that lessons from the Tuskegee study continue to inform ethical standards and foster trust in research endeavors. Focuses on the critical lessons drawn from the Tuskegee study have shaped ethical standards and research practices. Firstly, it underscores the imperative of maintaining rigorous ethical standards throughout all research phases. This includes upholding participant welfare and ensuring trust within research communities by adhering to principles outlined in documents like the Belmont Report. Secondly, the study emphasizes the necessity of informed consent processes that are clear and comprehensive. Informed consent empowers participants by providing them with detailed information about the study's purpose, potential risks, benefits, and their right to voluntary participation or withdrawal. Respecting participants' autonomy emerges as another vital lesson, encouraging researchers to prioritize individuals' informed decisions about their involvement and data use. Lastly, safeguarding participants' privacy and confidentiality through strategies such as data anonymization and secure storage is essential. These measures not only protect sensitive information, but also uphold ethical integrity and foster trust between researchers and participants. Together, these lessons inform ethical research practices, ensuring that studies prioritize participant welfare, respect autonomy, and uphold privacy standards to maintain ethical integrity and trustworthiness. To address strategies to prevent future ethical violations in research, there are things that must be done. Firstly, strict adherence to ethical principles is paramount to safeguard participant welfare and uphold trust within research communities. This involves consistently applying guidelines like those in the Belmont Report to ensure ethical integrity throughout all phases of research. Secondly, continuous education plays a crucial role in keeping researchers informed about evolving ethical standards and best practices. By providing ongoing training, workshops, and updates, institutions can equip researchers to navigate ethical dilemmas effectively and responsibly. Thirdly, transparency is essential in fostering trust and mitigating ethical risks. Researchers must communicate openly with participants about study objectives, procedures, risks, and benefits, respecting their rights and decisions throughout the research process. These proactive measures collectively aim to uphold ethical standards, prevent future violations, and promote a research environment that prioritizes participant welfare and ethical integrity. In conclusion, the lessons from the Tuskegee study have profoundly shaped ethical standards and practices in research, underscoring the importance of upholding integrity, transparency, and respect for participants' rights. The study's ethical breaches highlighted the critical need for rigorous adherence to ethical principles, including informed consent, autonomy, and privacy protection. Moving forward, continuous education and training are essential to keep researchers abreast of evolving ethical standards and best practices. Transparency in research processes builds trust and mitigates ethical risks, while respecting participants' rights ensures ethical integrity. By embracing these principles, researchers can prevent future ethical violations, foster a culture of ethical conduct, and uphold trustworthiness in research endeavors. Together, these efforts contribute to advancing responsible research that prioritizes participant welfare and promotes scientific integrity. The end.